The young Sheldon conclusion is made even more painful by the absence of one Cooper family member from Mary and her family's gathering of closest friends and co-workers for George's burial. Dealing with the aftermath of George's deadly heart attack was a difficult assignment for the young Sheldon finale of The Big Bang Theory, which is unquestionably the most emotional episode in the universe. Fittingly named Funeral, the first segment of the series premiere centers on the family's adjustment to the loss. Before it ends, George's service also serves as a means of bringing back as many well-known characters to young Sheldon. In young Sheldon, the passing of George was long overdue. The Cooper patriarch's death was a constant threat in the prequel, as established in The Big Bang Theory. There were hints of tragedy a few times throughout the program, but given how popular George grew, the writers were forced to push it back until the last season so Sheldon's father could spend as much time as possible with his family. Young Sheldon was forced to follow canon and deal with the character's demise, unlike retelling George's infidelity affair. In the last season of Young Sheldon, some story aspects were either hurried or discarded due to screen time constraints. The fact that several prominent characters, including McKenna Grace, were unable to make a comeback left Paige's fate as the greatest unanswered enigma surrounding young Sheldon. Apart from her, though, George's sister Ruth is another figure who ought to have been there at the burial. Young Sheldon confirmed her existence in Season 2 when Mary asked Veronica Duncan to stay with them while she took care of matters at home. Young Sheldon was first introduced in The Big Bang Theory during one of Sheldon's outbursts on his upbringing in Texas. Despite the Cooper kids' account of Ruth having previously resided with them and their displeasure, Ruth never made an actual appearance in Young Sheldon. She should have attended George's burial, though, and maybe even remained in close contact with Mary and the children during the difficulty, given that she is his sister. But during the service, she was nowhere to be seen. It made Ruth's absence all the more strange that she wasn't discussed. The fact that she didn't travel to Medford to bid his brother farewell makes no difference where she works. There was a time when George confided in Mary that he was miserable at Young Sheldon. Even though he didn't often discuss regrets, he mentioned how much he had to give up for his wife and the children. His whole life was focused on supporting them and ensuring their healthy upbringing. Despite his faults, the fact that George's family was not there at his burial emphasizes how cut off from his own family he had become due to his preoccupation with Mary and the children. His wife had Meemaw close by to provide emotional support, at the absolute least.